India, there lived a king who had everything to make him happy. He was a great warrior. The people were prosperous and happy. He even had 2 wives. But he was not happy. Why? Because he had no children. Every day he lit the sacred fire, lit candles, thousands of candles, and he prayed just one child. In the heavens, the gods heard his prayers and had pity on him. And 1 year later, his favorite wife had a baby girl. Her name, Savitri. And she was beautiful, with eyes that shone like the sun. But she was not only beautiful, but gentle, kind, and very, very clever. So intelligent that when the day came for her to marry, not one man, not one prince would have her. She was too clever. So the king spoke to his daughter, Savitri, what are we to do? In my kingdom there is no man worthy of you. Take my chariot and travel forth until you find a man worthy of you. So Savitri set forth in the king's chariot. She traveled here. She traveled there. And then one night, as the sun was setting, she came to an ashram, a hermitage, a place where you can pray, meditate, forget your worldly cares. As Savitri was talking to the master of the ashram, she saw pass by a handsome young man with shiny eyes, gray. He was guiding and leading an old blind man. Who's that? Said Savitri. Who? Said the master. Who? Him. Oh, that is Prince Satyavan. Oh, such a good son. When his father, the king, became blind and lost his sight, he was banished from his kingdom. But Satyavan, his son, stayed with him. What a good son. Satyavan felt the regard, the stare of Savitri. And 2 pairs of shining eyes met. The next day, Savitri returned to her father's palace. Vitaji's father! Father, I found him! I found the man I'm going to marry! Well, the king was delighted. Well, who is he? Who is this man? His name, father, is Satyavan. Satyavan. You know, he's a prince and he lives in the forest with his poor blind father. And I want to marry him. Well, the king was delighted, but sitting next to him was the court astrologer, a very wise man. And he stood up. Oh, my princess, you can't marry Prince Satyavan. Why? Vandaji, why? Because, my princess, I, who can see into the future, tell you that Prince Satyavan will die 1 year after his wedding. That's not possible. My princess, this is his karma, his destiny. He cannot escape it. But Peterji, father, if I don't marry Satyavan, I marry no one. The king knew his daughter. Savitri never lied. And so the royal party set off for the ashram. Prince Satyavan was delighted to marry Savitri. But his old blind father came forth. Savitri, they tell me that you are very beautiful. Let me feel your beauty. Yes, I see, I feel, but do you have beauty in your heart? Can you leave your father's palace and live here in the ashram? Can you eat roots and fruits and berries? Can you sleep on the hard floor? Savitri looked at Satyavan. I can. Then let the wedding take place, said the two fathers. For 9 months, the couple was so happy. But as the year was drawing to its end, Savitri could not stop thinking that Satyavan was destined to die. She couldn't eat. She couldn't sleep. She spent all her time praying, begging the gods to spare her husband. And then, on the last day of the year, Satyavan went out to cut wood. Let me go with you, said Savitri. Hand in hand, they walked through the forest, hand in hand. It was Basanta, the springtime. The trees were in blossom. The ivy growing growing wild. Fragrant flowers opening to entice the bees. Birds were singing. Peacocks dancing. Oh, if only time could stand still, said Savitri. She watched her husband Suddenly, he dropped his axe. Oh, Savitri! Ah, my head! My head is burning, it's burning. And then, next moment, he was down on the floor. Savitri took his head. She put it on her lap. Satyavanu, stay with me. Stay. But his body grew cold, icy cold. And suddenly, she felt a shadow looming over her. And she saw standing there a tall, very tall man dressed in red, a crown upon his head, his eyes like two dark flames. Savitri, I am Yama, the king of the dead. I have come for Satyavan. He is mine. And Yama took a noose and he took out the soul of Satyavan. And Satyavan died. Then Yama got on his horse and away he went. But Savitri followed him. Into the jungle, deep into the jungle. The sun was high in the sky and burnt her, but still she carried on. And Yama stopped. Oh, Savitri, what a woman you are. We, the gods, have truly blessed you. And because we love you, I will give you one wish. Anything you want, but not the life of your husband. My Lord Yama, thank you. My father-in-law, the king, please may he get back his eyesight. So be it, said Yama, and again he rode away. But again Savitri followed. The thorns in the jungle pricked her feet, and blood covered her legs. But still she ran. And Yama stopped a second time. Oh, Savitri, I will give you a second wish. Anything you want, but not the life of your husband. My Lord Yama, thank you. My father-in-law, please may he get back his kingdom? So be it, said Yama. And off again he rode. But again Savitri followed. Again. The sun now had set, and in the darkness she could hear the jackals wailing, woo! Woo! And the snakes and finally Yama got off his horse. Oh, Savitri, Savitri, what are we to do with you? You know that Satyavan is his karma. He has to die. He has to. You can't have him. But I will give you a third wish. And this is the last. Afterwards, you go home. Anything you want. Anything, anything, anything. But not the life of Satya. Thank you, my Lord Yama. Thank you. My father-in-law, please make me have 10 grandchildren. So be it, said Yama. So be it. And he got on his horse. But what was happening? Savitri was pulling the horse's tail. Savitri! My Lord Yama, my father-in-law, he has only one son. How can he have 10 grandchildren if his son is dead? Yama got down from his horse. His eyes were like 2 dark flames. He opened his mouth. Oh, Savitri, what a woman you are. So intelligent that you can outwit me, Yama, king of the dead. Take your husband, he's yours. And Yama took the noose, he undid it, and Satyavan's soul flew back into his body. When Savitri arrived back home at the ashram, there standing in front of the door was her husband, alive and well. It was still springtime, the Santa. The trees were still in bloom, the ivy growing wild, fragrant flowers opening their petals to entice the bees, birds singing.